Significant situation, Pisces, in romantic love you'll be dealing with this month. We have the Lovers. A Gemini may be significant. This is about decision and uncertainty, okay? The Lovers is about union, but first and foremost, it's about internal union in making a choice about what you love, what you want, okay? So this is about the union of the conscious, the subconscious, being spiritually, mentally, emotionally aligned, and then discovering and knowing what you want and going forward. And because of that certainty and alignment and knowing what you want, it being successful and victorious, as we see with the Chariot energy, okay? So what you're dealing with this month is a major decision and getting into alignment and finding out, with certainty and alignment, if you want to move forward in love and if you are spiritually, emotionally, and mentally aligned in moving forward with a specific person. For those of you who are in romantic connections, whether it's reconciliation or moving things forward, for those who are single, it's about whether you are ready and you're certain about moving forward and getting back out there, okay? Challenge, obstacle, or blockage you face in regards to the situation. There it is with the Sun. Clarity. So that is really what is missing in you being certain and making that decision. With the Sun, a Leo may be significant, but the challenge really is not just clarity, but what comes before Sun energy, Moon energy, which is the subconscious, right? Hidden fears, doubts, insecurities, emotional baggage, and things that we are constantly pushing down that make us uncomfortable. So moving through that, those fears, those doubts, those insecurities, and therefore resolving them and having clarity and freedom to get into alignment and be sure and move forward is your challenge, whether single or those of you in romantic connections. Now, for singles, it does point to the fact, and also for those of you who are in romantic connections, that there are doubts and fears that is throwing you out of alignment, and emotional baggage and feelings and that are not resolved, which is stopping you from feeling, clear and aligned to move forward for singles and get back out there. For those of you in romantic connections, to reconcile or pursue, further the person, that special someone that you're either in a romantic relationship with, have your eye on, or are building a connection with, okay? Core issue of the situation, and there it is. We have the Six of Cups. So all of this is because of unresolved emotional childhood baggage, okay? So with the Six of Cups, this is about nostalgia. It's about childhood. You see this little kid who's playing, and all sixes are ideals of their suit. The problem with the Six of Cups, though there's so much, though when the Six of Cups comes up, it speaks to, yes, fond memories about childhood, nostalgia. It also speaks to those of you who are in connections that are extremely potent and magnetic, right? The problem, however, with the Six of Cups is emotional ideals, especially those stemming from childhood, that were formed through a child's perspective, can never be met. And this is specifically an unmet emotional ideal from childhood, formed as a child. And this is why, okay, it's active. Childhood emotional pain and an unmet need from childhood is active and creating a lot of doubts and fears and coloring the situation, where it's creating, insecurities, and you're feeling fragmented about moving forward. Okay. For those who are single, there's a emotional ideal that's not been met, that is holding you back from pursuing in an aligned way and therefore being victorious in new love. For those, and having the clarity to see it, and the clarity to be in full alignment, and that you feel mentally, emotionally, and spiritually aligned. See, someone is fragmented when the Lovers comes up, and there is a part of them that wants to move forward, and for singles, with new love. For those who are in romantic connections, to take it to the next level, or reconcile, or pursue that person that they care about and love. There's fragmentation because there's doubts and fears, because emotional unmet need and baggage. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. But it's supposed to be like this. It's not. That stuff is active, and that's what's causing all of the uncertainty and the inner conflict. That's what you're dealing with this month, okay? Now, significant past, which has led to the current situation. Okay, so here we go. We have with the Five of Cups, which in the Five of Cups, it contains two energies. Two of Cups, it also contains the Three of Cups, however, spilled, okay? This is past energy and present energy, okay? The Six of Cups, past energy is active, and present energy as well, because you're conflicted looking back on the past. With the Sun energy, Moon energy is active, so it's past present energy once again, which is causing all of this disalignment. The significant situation which has led to the current situation is you fooled around and fell in love again, okay? Now, with the Five of Cups, does speak to the fact that, for those of you who are single, let's start with that first, because the Five of Cups is a profoundly deep card, okay? You are beginning to choose yourself, and you are healing, and you are becoming more whole, and you have begun to start the process of moving forward. However, in doing so, all of a sudden, past pain is coming up, and there is a feeling of, there is a real mourning kind of sadness that for some reason is happening to you, okay? And I'll get to that reason in a second, but let me catch up those of you who are in romantic connections. Now, those of you who are in romantic connections, this is love. It's Two of Cups energy that's present, as well as Three of Cups energy, though spilled, that's present. But this shows that with the Two of Cups energy, that this person that you have your eye on, there is love there. It's soulmate energy, and soulmate energy does speak specifically to emotional baggage, and brings up emotional baggage and past wounding. Soulmate connections, their primary function is to help one grow and spiritually and emotionally heal and resolve past pain and baggage. If you can, the two of you can transcend those the individual and collective baggage that the two of you have, then you have union. But basically, both singles and those who are in romantic connections, the two of you, all of you, have begun a new path of love, okay? For singles, self-love, feeling better, choosing yourself, and moving forward. For those of you who are in romantic connections, someone new, and when I say new, I mean new relative to the past pain that you have been in. There's this connection that you're in is love, and it is new love, as in it's actually, though you may have been in other connections, this one is love, and it's bringing up a lot. Now, having said that, let's address the Three of Cups that are spilled, both for singles and for those in romantic connections. When we love, everything that is associated with love comes to the surface. Positive feelings, butterflies, hopes and dreams, excitement, but also pain, emotional baggage, what we didn't get, insecurities, and, beliefs that are built on the unmet emotional childhood need about ourselves that are not true, that manifest as insecurities and lack. Okay? That, in a nutshell, is what is happening to you right now. In moving forward, singles and those in romantic connections, on this new path of finding emotional fulfillment, those who are in a connection, you actually have found someone. All of the past pain is coming up, the insecurities, the old stuff, because it requires you to release that old emotional pain in order to move forward. Why it feels bad and painful and feels like you're mourning a death, or you feel depressed or down and unmotivated all of a sudden, is because you in fact are experiencing a death. You are experiencing the death of this emotional ideal, letting that go. Okay? And realizing it can't be met, and choosing yourself and letting go of that hope and that past pain that, I should have been loved this way, and this didn't happen for me. And there are people, parents, primary caregivers that are attached to this emotional ideal, and we feel like we have to let that go, and those people go, and it's very subtle, and it happens, and it's complex how it plays out. It doesn't register as, I am releasing the past pain, therefore I feel like I'm breaking up with my parents or losing them. It doesn't feel like that, but on the deepest level it does. And that is why there is this kind of pain, and it's difficult, and it's creating a lot of internal fragmentation and uncertainty. And that's why alignment is necessary. But in order to get into alignment, this past emotional baggage and unmet ideal, which again, it's from childhood, it will not be met, needs to be resolved and released. Where you're at currently, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in regards to the situation, Pisces, we have the World. Endings and new beginnings once again, the past and the present. With the World, a fixed sign may be significant, a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio. But you are ready. Now, to be fair, this is a general reading. This could be your love interest energy. And for singles, I specifically put in the intention that these two cards, the next one I'll be pulling, are going to point to your energy, as well as someone you may have your eye on, or someone who has their eye on you. Okay, so this could be your energy, Pisces. It could also be your love interest energy, or someone who's interested in you. But with the World, someone is emotionally and spiritually at that stage of wrapping up an old cycle, releasing past pain, emotional baggage, childhood unmet needs, and, spiritually freeing themselves from that and beginning a brand new cycle. Where your love interest, or you, Pisces, or someone who's interested in you, please take it as it resonates, it's a general reading, where they're at currently in regards to you and the situation you're dealing with. Well, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, a fixed sign may be significant, Taurus, Leo, I was just about to say Capricorn, Scorpio, or Aquarius may be significant. This person wants to get things moving. They want this to happen. They want the new cycle to happen. They want to be with you, and they want a brand new beginning. And that next chapter, that is that you're pushing against, or someone's pushing against, maybe they are, because of this unresolved baggage, they want it to happen, or you want it to happen. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, this person's ready for that next level, whether it is for those of you who are in a romantic connection. They want it to get to the next level. They want to take the relationship to the next level. For those of you who are in a connection, but not a relationship, they want it to happen. For those of you who are dealing with someone, where there's a romantic connection but not commitment, they want that commitment to happen. And for those of you singles, if this energy is someone who's interested in you, they want you to be ready so this can move forward. They want to make this happen, okay? And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's very beautiful energy. They want not only this to happen, but they feel it's going to be a very beautiful, divinely fated and abundant, passionate connection, relationship. It's the beginning of a beautiful life together. Likely outcome of the situation by the end of September. Okay, I don't see it happening, though the possibility is there. For some of you, it will happen. For others of you, it's going to drag into October, okay? And here's why. With the Six of Swords, okay, clarifying the Ace of Wands, first of all, both singles and those of you in romantic connections, the opportunity is there for a brand new life, okay? The world, okay? But it takes, with the lovers, alignment and certainty and clarity. And you need to move past and push through whoever I'm speaking to, cross-watcher or Pisces, pass through the emotional baggage, the fears and the doubts, okay? That is a manifestation of the unmet childhood ideal. And you have to get past that defensiveness and that egoic energy that is protecting that ideal, okay? Not consciously, but why? Why would I protect an emotional ideal that's affecting me and causing all of this? Because it's a part of you and it's attached to people you love. And it is a very deep, complex kind of a situation. Emotional issues, they're not straightforward. If they could just be plucked out, everyone would be doing that, right? It needs to be slowly dealt with, first faced, considered, reflected on, mindfully dealt with, healed. It takes time. And with the Six of Swords, what it's saying here is, with the Ace of Wands, there's the potential here for a brand new beginning, but whether or not someone takes it and has the clarity, Ace of Swords, as well as the Five of Swords energy is present in the Six of Swords, whether someone takes that Ace of Swords and gets that clarity, is dependent and manifests this new beginning is dependent on them moving through that moon energy, fears, doubts, insecurities, which is manifesting as rooted in baggage and hurt and an unmet ideal, which is manifesting as protectiveness, strategicness, defensiveness, protecting vulnerability and that core issue. So someone would need to get past themselves and past that defensiveness and have clarity and resolve that issue, or see that that's active, free themselves from that in order to manifest this new beginning. So the opportunity is still there. The door is still open, but I feel whether or not it's going to happen, likely it's not going to happen in the remainder of September. And as I said, the reason why is this kind of healing is not done in 2 weeks, okay? And it's going to take this person time to get over this and drop the defenses and the feeling of vulnerability in order to get into alignment to manifest this. So I don't feel it's going to happen. But for some of you who are dealing with someone, or if this is your energy, who are more spiritually, especially if I'm speaking to, this is Piscean energy, you have the ability to do this, okay? The reason why is deeply intuitive, okay? And spiritually very aware, emotionally very aware, emotionally and spiritually very intelligent. You have the ability to do this sooner than others. But if it isn't Piscean energy, and even if it is, likely that this will move into October, this issue, okay? For singles, it is dependent on whether you take that leap of faith and get back out there on, can you get over the vulnerability, the defensiveness, and the pain, and the internal fragmentation, okay? That's manifesting as doubt. Rooted in this emotional unmet need and pain, okay?